FIFA and UEFA have barred Russian football clubs and national teams from all tournaments following the country's invasion of Ukraine. The international and European football regulatory organizations have actually banned Russia's football, quote-unquote, until further notice. This means that the Russian men's team will be unable to compete in their World Cup playoff matches next month, while the women's squad will be barred from competing in the summer's Euro 2022 campaign. So, what exactly is happening? What's going to be the implications of this decision? Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about why FIFA and UEFA have banned Russia's football. So, let's get started. Spartak Moscow has been eliminated from the Europa League, with RB Leipzig advancing to the quarterfinals. Additionally, UEFA has terminated its sponsorship agreement with the Russian energy behemoth Gazprom. Football is fully united here and in full solidarity with all the people affected in Ukraine, FIFA and UEFA said in one joint statement. It further reads that both presidents hope that the situation in Ukraine will improve significantly and rapidly so that football can again be a vector for unity and peace amongst people. FIFA and UEFA intervened when Russia started the military invasion of the neighboring Ukraine last Thursday, backed by Belarus. On the 24th of March, the Russian men's team was slated to meet Poland in a World Cup playoff semifinal. The RFU, Russia's regulatory body of football, stated that it vehemently disagreed with the decision and will appeal it in line with the international sports law. Spartak Moscow described the decision as upsetting, saying, "We think that sports, even in tough circumstances, should strive to build bridges, not destroy them." FIFA earlier determined that Russia must play their remaining matches on neutral territory under the name Football Union of Russia without their flag or their anthem. However, that statement drew some criticism, and Scotland and the Republic of Ireland joined many other nations in rejecting to play against Russia, including England, Northern Ireland, and Wales, as well as Poland, the Czech Republic, and Sweden. On Monday, Scottish FA President Rod Petrie wrote to the Ukrainian counterpart to convey a message to support friendliness and togetherness ahead of their World Cup playoff semifinal meeting on the 24th of March. The 2022 Champions League final, initially scheduled for St. Petersburg on the 28th of May, has been rescheduled for Paris. Other teams have taken their actions to distance themselves from Russia. Manchester United has ended its sponsorship relationship with Russia's national airline Aeroflot. In contrast, the Bundesliga club Schalke has terminated its relationship with key sponsor Gazprom, having removed the Russian energy company's logo from its jerseys last week. Russia is a member of Northern Ireland's European Under-21 Championship qualification group, and their March meeting has actually been postponed. Speaking on Monday, Tottenham Major Antonio Conte said, "The whole world has to be compact and show solidarity against the stupidity of the people." He added, "I think it's right to express our disappointment about the stupidity of some decisions. Football and UEFA have to be compact and show to be strong." This is the most vital position the worldwide football community has ever taken in its entire history. Russia is gradually evolving into an international sporting pariah. Of course, this comes after FIFA was criticized for failing to go far enough on Sunday, allowing Russia to continue playing as RFU while its flag and anthem were banned. By suggesting that all sports impose an outright ban on Russia and Belarus, the IOC increased the pressure on football. This undoubtedly is going to encourage other sports to follow football's lead. Many will also argue that the IOC should have gone further and declared, "This is a decision we are mandating all sports to prohibit Russian participants." Whether they believe they had legal reasons to do so is another story. Some people also refer to Putin's Russia hosting of the Sochi 2014 Games and the 2018 World Cup, and they wonder if it's all too late. According to the IOC, bans were required to safeguard the integrity of global sport. The IOC says that it's been urging sports governing bodies to ban Russia and Belarusian athletes to quote-unquote protect the integrity of global sports competitions and for the safety of all the participants, adding that the current war with Ukraine puts the Olympic movement in a dilemma. It's said that the governments of certain countries have violated the Olympic truce. The IOC stated that while athletes from Russia and Belarus will be allowed to continue competing in sporting competitions, many athletes from Ukraine are unable to do so because of their country's aggression. The International Paralympic Committee is scheduled to meet this week to discuss Russia, with the Winter Paralympics scheduled to begin 2 days later from the 4th to the 13th of March. The British Paralympic Committee has urged the exclusion of Russians and Belarusians from the Games. In conjunction with Germany's National Olympic Committee, the British Olympic Association has asked that Russia and Belarus be immediately banned from international sport. The IOC recommended that when it was not possible to exclude such athletes from competing for organizational or legal reasons, they should compete under the name Russia or Belarus and be classified as neutrals. The Russian Olympic Committee has objected to the IOC's decision, stating that it contradicts both the IOC's governing documents and the Olympic Charter. The Russian Grand Prix has a strong connection to President Vladimir Putin. The Russian Formula One Grand Prix, scheduled to take place in Sochi on the 25th of September, was postponed last week. The FIA, the sports governing body, will meet on Tuesday to address issues linked to Ukraine's ongoing conflict. So, until further notice, Russia and Belarus have been suspended from international and cross-border play and by World Rugby. "We stand in solidarity with the people of Ukraine," said Chairman Bill Beaumont. Rugby Europe stated on Friday that all contests on Russian soil would be banned, a decision that the international governing body has approved. However, the Russian women's squad competed in the Rugby Europe Championship in Spain without their flag or their national anthem. Russia's men's home match against the Netherlands in the REC next month has already been postponed, and they were also scheduled to go to Portugal on the 19th of March. The international governing body of badminton responded to Russia's invasion of Ukraine by canceling all competitions in Russia and Belarus and prohibiting the use of their national flags or anthem. If you couldn't have guessed by this point, that's generally the go-to. But they said the BWF will continue to monitor the situation closely and proactively consult our international sport movement partners to discuss other options and strengthen measures against the governments of Russia and Belarus, potentially. Ukraine's tennis federation has petitioned the Institutional Tennis Federation to withdraw Russia and Belarus from the organization and just exclude them from participating in individual and team competitions. Elena Svitolina of Ukraine has stated that she will not play Russian or Belarusian players unless designated as neutral athletes. The world number 15 is scheduled to face Russia's Anastasia Potapova in this week's Monterrey Open, but has threatened to quit if the Women's Tennis Association doesn't intervene. In a news conference on Friday during the Mexican Open, Russian Daniil Medvedev, who won the ATP's world number 1 on Monday, stated his desire to promote peace across the world. This is a rapidly shifting issue. We're in active consultation with the ITF tennis family and the ITF board to determine and align our next course of action, the ITF stated. The International Equestrian Federation has announced the cancellation of international events in Russia and Belarus and the exclusion of participants and officials from both nations from all competitions. The IIHF, the sports governing body, has suspended all Russian and Belarusian national teams and clubs from contests and activities. Additionally, Russia has been stripped of the 2023 World Junior Championship. Ukraine's men's foil team declined defense against Russia at Sunday's Fencing World Cup in Cairo. Claude Yunis of Ukraine told BBC Radio 5 Live that he and his teammates now will vow to return to their homeland and then protect it. He said, "I knew that I would not fence against them before the competition. I informed my teammates, who backed me up and stated that they would do the same." In response to the question of whether he and his teammates will fight if required, he added, "Naturally, this is our nation. This is my homeland. I am going to have to battle for it. I'm defending my domain." On Monday, Culture Secretary Nadine Dorries and the Sports Minister Nigel Huddleston met with representatives from major British sport regulatory organisations, including the Premier League, Football Association, UK Sport, and British Olympic Association, to address the Ukraine crisis. The government has urged sports to maintain visible shows of solidarity, quote-unquote, with Ukraine, and expects to meet the international counterparts later this week to rally more support for Russia's exclusion from international sport. So we're now seeing that the Russian invasion of Ukraine has got the country banned from football, and a lot of other sports are planning the same. Do you think isolating Russia from world sports is the right decision? Let's start a spicy discussion in the comments section below, but be civil, please. And that's about it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and if you did love it, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Oh, and of course, where would I go without asking y'all about that red subscribe button? Alright, and this is your daily dose of pandering. I will make amazing videos if you give me your support. And only if. Nah, I'm just messing around. I like making videos. Anyways, see you guys later.